Before fire and steel, before the names of kings and gods, there was only forest. Endless, green, and silent. The rivers ran wild, the mountains had no lords, and the wind itself seemed alive. The world was young then, untouched by men. And in those deep woods lived the children of the forest, small and swift, with eyes like pools of moonlight. They called themselves those who sing the song of the earth, for they could hear what trees whispered and what stones remembered. The weirwoods were their gods, and through them they spoke to the old powers that slept beneath the soil. They lived in peace, weaving their lives with the roots of the world. They carved the faces of their gods into white trees, and when they prayed, the trees listened. They did not build kingdoms, they built memories. Their songs were older than language, their magic older than fire. But nothing stays untouched forever. Across the eastern sea came the first men, tall and fierce, riding upon horses no child had ever seen. They came from the land of the dawn, bearing bronze blades and wooden shields. They felled forests by the thousands, burned the sacred groves, and built their keeps of stone and timber. To them, the weirwoods were only trees, and so they cut them down. The children fought back. From the shadows of the deep woods, they struck with poisoned arrows and traps made of roots. They whispered to the trees and called the beasts of the forest to their aid. For centuries the war raged, until the rivers themselves turned red and the earth grew weary of blood. It was then, the songs say, that the children turned to powers even they feared. They called upon the old gods, those that dwell beneath the earth and the water, and from that dark plea was born a storm unlike any seen before. The legends name it the Hammer of the Waters. The sea rose, the earth cracked, and the arm of land that joined the north to the south, the arm of Dorne, broke and sank beneath the waves, dividing the world forever. The children had hoped to drive men away, but instead they had only reshaped the land. And still the first men did not leave. At last, when both peoples had bled enough, peace came, not through victory, but through need. Upon the green isle that would one day be called the Isle of Faces, they met beneath the weirwoods and made the first pact. The children would keep the deep forests, the men would hold the open lands. The trees with carved faces would be sacred to both. So it was agreed, and so it was written not in ink, but in blood and roots. The children taught the first men to pray to the old gods, and their magic became one. The songs say that from that day forward, the spirits of the forest watched over men, though men soon forgot the sound of their voices.